Hi guys, MrRoflWaffles here. I use Elgato products to record all of my videos, and so they hit me up this Christmas and were like, Milo, we want to do a Christmas giveaway, which you can now enter via the link in the description down below. Also, socks are still available, FYI. Right, now that that is done, I can put the socks back in the bag, chuck them across the room, and we can get into the video itself. Yesterday, Call of Duty released a video kind of giving noobs a bit of an introduction into some of the mechanisms in the Final Reich in Call of Duty World War II, and the video was met with a little bit of kind of skepticism from the hardcore fans, I guess, because they were talking about kiting and they were talking about escape routes and things that people are kind of familiar with anyway, surely, but I think that they just weren't the target audience, and so that's why there was a bit of a disconnect there. But there was something in there that I thought was really interesting and worth talking about in a video today because it pertains to DLC, alright? I'm going to play a clip now from the video. It's just about 1.5 minutes long, and we'll see if you can spot exactly what it is that I'm talking about, okay? Here we go.
Loadouts. In Nazi Zombies, your loadout consists of your special, your mods, your equipment, and your starting weapon. The more you play zombies, the more XP and Raven Research tokens you'll earn. These tokens unlock mods that can either give perks to your character or add a useful twist for your special ability. You can equip up to 3 mods at a time. What are special abilities, you ask? Let's say these zombies are getting a little too clingy. Pop shell shock to push them back.
So, did you spot the fact that there are several new mods available in the character loadout screen when they're going through it midway through the video? Yeah, there are quite a few actually. There's 6 new ones that we've never seen before, but we can see the icons for in this video. And so I figured that today we could sit down and spend a couple of minutes thinking about what they might do and thinking about whether indeed they are going to be DLC mods or if they're actually just test mods that never made it into the game and are going to just be kind of closed off forevermore, okay? So, first of all, let's identify which ones are actually new, because there's a bunch of old ones there as well. I'm going to start off with the current look of how it is in-game right now. I took this screenshot today, which is the 19th of December, in case anyone's wondering when I recorded this video. That's what it looks like right now. If we go to the new version, we can see that there are these 6 new ones, and interestingly, they're not all at the end. They're interspersed amongst the other stuff. So, for example, in the Free Fire mods section, you can see that there are 2 new mods there, and that's going to mean that when you're spending those Raven unlock tokens to get through the Free Fire research tree, you're going to now have more things to get through before you get to your final mod, which I don't actually remember the ability of. But it's just interesting that they're changing the kind of dynamic of how you unlock other things that are already in the game by adding new stuff in. I think that it's kind of cool because it's more content, so I'm not going to be like, oh, this is a bad thing by any means, but it's just interesting that they're changing that rhythm, I suppose, by giving us even more to do. I think that is pretty cool, to be honest. So, let's take a look at the icons of these 6 new mods and try and figure out what they maybe are going to allow us to do. First of all, the universal mods. Now, the first one that really jumps to mind for me as being interesting is the first one with the hand holding the gun, and it's kind of zooming a little bit. I'm curious as to whether this is going to affect either reload speed or it's going to affect something to do with your sprint. Maybe, if you're sprinting, you'll be able to reload faster than you normally would, or something along those lines. I feel like there's something to do with speed here because of the fact that you've got those kind of dragging lines of the pistol, but that could also be you pistol whipping a zombie. You could be hitting a zombie with your pistol there. So it might not be a running thing or a reload thing, it might be something else entirely, and just melee that it's affecting. So that is an interesting one. Then below that, we've got what looks like dice on the back of a zombie's head, and I think that this is quite likely to be increasing damage of critical hits, or maybe you just being more likely to critical hit a zombie, or maybe some of the bullets in your clip that you fire into the body of the zombie will count as headshots, or something along those lines. I think that's what the dice and their head are indicating. To the right of that, we have a hand moving fast, and this is another one that makes me think, okay, reload speed being affected would be cool, but maybe there's some kind of other thing going on here because there's no gun in the image. It's just a hand. So, it, to me, sort of says, well, maybe it's not reloading, it could be something else, but then I don't know what the other thing would be, so that one really does kind of boggle my mind a little bit. And then on the far left, we've got clearly the jolts sign, and that again is something that I'm not really sure of because it's kind of ambiguous in my opinion. Like, that could sort of be anything that does. I mean, something to do with jolts. You earn more jolts for something, or something costs less, or you get a free purchase of something sometimes, or something. I don't know, but certainly that one will affect jolts in some way, no doubt. If we go down, you'll notice that there are also 2 new Free Fire ones, okay? These are definitely not just generic placeholder images. These have clearly been specifically designed for Free Fire because of the fact that if you look at Camouflage or Frontline or Shell Shock or Free Fire, you'll notice that all of the individual trees have a similar style within themselves. So with Free Fire, you've got bullets in the top right-hand corner of the actual logo. In the Camouflage ones, for example, you've got that little mask, and so clearly, these have to apply specifically to Free Fire. They're not just random images that they have stuck in there. And we've got 2 new ones towards the end of the tree. The first looks like an hourglass with a zombie's head above it, like a skull, and then the 2 bullets. So I'm thinking maybe this is an insta-killy related thing, but not sure exactly how that's going to manifest itself. And then the one next to it is also a skull, and also has those bullets, but this time it's got this kind of skid mark almost on the zombie's head, like the bullets are kind of grazing past it. Is that going to affect headshots? Is it going to affect insta-kills? Is it going to do both? I think it would be really valuable to get some discussion going in the comments down below, and by the way, while you're going down below, enter that goddamn giveaway like I said, because right now, it seems like the zombies community is a bit deflated. It's a little bit flat, and I think that us talking about something that might be coming in DLC might, maybe, just help revitalize things a little bit. Really, the community right now is just not very interested in the game, I guess. It's a bit weird, but, I mean, maybe this will help somewhat. I also want to quickly touch on the idea that this might not be actually DLC content. It is still possible, despite what I've said about the fact that these are clearly some Free Fire mods that they've got here, and then the other ones are clearly general mods, and they're coloured in the right way and everything. This could still be just cut content from the game, especially the fact that they've slotted it in before other things that you might be unlocking in the research trees of Free Fire or what have you, just has me a little curious about whether this is indeed DLC content or not. Personally, right now, I am leaning towards it being DLC. I think that if I had to go out on a limb, that's what I will say that it is, and I mean, this video is going to be titled that, and that is the point in this video, is talking about this being prospective DLC content, but there is a small caveat that I could be wrong, essentially, is what I'm saying here, okay? So, I'm MrRoflWaffles. I also want to shout out JR Rizzo, who I believe saw this first. I tried to kind of go down the rabbit hole a bit and figure out who had spotted it initially, and I think it was him. And if not, then I'm sorry, but I definitely saw him mentioning it, so good eyes, Rizzo. Them eyes be special, boy. Hold on to them. So, I'm MrRoflWaffles. Buy yourself some socks. Whoa. If you haven't already, there's not very many left now, so get your orders in if you want a pair of socks. Enter the giveaway via the description link down below, and I'll hopefully see you very soon once I've got through some more revision for my goddamn exams in January. I'm so scared! I'll see you very soon in another WW2 Zombies video. Please, Sledgehammer, give us something to do, because holy moly, people are getting bored of this goddamn map. Okay, see you later, guys. Bye-bye.